All right, guys, come on in. I got some beautiful looks today using this beauty right here, the Inslee Rain Flower Moon Palette. Yes, so come on in so we can get this little party started. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So I have the beautiful Flower Moon palette on my eyes. I'm so excited, and thank you to Inslee Rain Cosmetics for sending this over and noticing my videos and my genuine love of this particular brand. I've been loving their palettes, and it started off with Harvest Moon, and then we had after that I really love my Cold Moon. Cold Moon, y'all know I rock with Cold Moon so hard. And then we had Groovy Garden, which is so gorgeous as well. And now I have this beautiful next installment, the Flower Moon palette that actually just restocked, and she reached out to me and was like, hey, would you like? Yes, I would like to try the Flower Moon palette. And this also restocked along with Strawberry Moon. And Strawberry Moon was like the first palette that I looked at. I was like, you know, that looks really cute. I hadn't thought about the brand prior to seeing that Strawberry Moon palette, but then I was being a responsible adult and I didn't purchase it. But when Harvest Moon came out, I was like, oh, that's mine. But I'm so carried away. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. If you are new to this channel, welcome. And if you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashley or Dr. Ash, whatever. But makeup is my jam. Eyeshadow really is my jam, and one of my most favorite things to talk about here on my channel. And I have three gorgeous looks for you using this Flower Moon palette. Now, like I said, the palette was sent over to me in a PR, and she wanted me to go ahead and experience it, and I said thank you. I'm really grateful, and I do have a couple other goodies that they have sent me that I just received, but yes, I just thought that this palette was really beautiful. And I know they just restocked it, and I did know that. I think they did some revamping to it also, because they said that some of the shades look similar. I can agree to that. Some of the shades do look similar. That's also a problem sometimes with when you're putting the multi-chromes in there. You know, the multi-chromes, they start shifting and shifting, and you put them next to together, and you're like, well, now we just have one shade. So even though this palette was sent to me in PR, all thoughts will be my own per usual, okay? Now, let's talk about the palette real quick. If you're going to run over to the Inslee Rain Cosmetics website, that's where you can purchase this palette from. And let's see. All right, so Flower Moon actually retails for $69, which is a little bit on the lower end. I don't think the pans are magnetic in here, are they? Let's see. Full details. Because I feel like that has been pushing the price up a little bit of their products. But even though like the palettes definitely are expensive, I'm not even gonna lie, and I do think that the shipping is pricey. It is always packaged well when it arrives. And in addition, you know, if you were to buy several multi-chromes, you would kind of end up with like 5 or 6, maybe 7 at a $76 price point, okay? So it says the Flower Moon palette actually features 21 stunning shades with 3 multi-chrome shades, 7 high pigment buttery mattes, and 11 shimmery duochromes as specialty shimmers in a variety of different textures. And of course, they're saying you can create multiple endless looks, which I do think is very much possible. And then, you know, I love to mix and match some things up together. And then they're also saying that some of the shades are pressed pigments, and they have a list of that on the website. It's also saying that you can keep your palette in a cool, dry area that will help with the longevity of your palette, because some of the shimmers are a little bit more emollient, which I definitely agree to. You don't want it to dry out or anything like that. Also making sure you use a good primer, and I always recommend using my NYX glitter glue with these particular shades because it helps the adherence, it helps with the vibrancy, and you're going to get like the total impact of the shade, and it's going to help with the longevity of staying on your eyes. And in addition, the NYX glitter glue is inexpensive. You can find it a lot of different places. And then it says also direct sunlight will wash the color shifting colors. We find that natural and low light will best display these colors. And then it's also saying that you might get a little bit staining. I've never experienced any staining with these particular shadows. And it's a whole list of ingredients are on the website. Also, more things to notice. Let's see. I can't remember if this brand is cruelty free or not. Let's see. Okay, so if you're wondering, Inslee Rain Cosmetics has a dedication to being cruelty-free, vegan-friendly, and ethically sourced ingredients. So that is great to know. And that information is from their website. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into the looks. Of course, I'm going to create the looks, talk about my methods, why I did certain things, do some swatches. Low-key swatches, okay? I realize that swatching like this, it's not always my thing, so I've kind of stopped. It's, you know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the video. So thank you once again to Inslee Rain for sending this over, and let's get started. All right, let's get started. I've been ready to dig into this palette. I have worn this to work, I want to say. Yes, I wore Pink Moon, which was actually very, very pretty. So I am ready to dig in. And, you know, if you've been here before, if you're an oldie but goodie, you already know what the combo is, okay? The Goof Proof Pencil, shade 3.75 by Benefit Cosmetics. And for the primer, I have my Matte Contemplative State paint pot, same color as my skin, which is really great. So let's go ahead and start getting some makeup on this face. So I was going to go in with the color with Refresh, which is really pretty golden, but I think against the shade I use for Sifa, I'm probably butchering that name, I think it's going to read as all one color because of the shifts. Let's see. Yeah, it's one color. One color. So we're not going to go that route. Okay. Let's see. Should we take Awakening? Or we have, okay, so let's see. We have Awakening. Then we have Sapling. Oh. Yes, I have Bloom. Oh, I forgot about Bloom. Bloom is really bright yellow. Okay, that's better. That's more golden-ish. More golden. Okay. Sapling. Oh, it has that like sticky kind of wet-ish feeling. Let's see. Up against these. Okay. Maybe, yeah. Maybe we'll go with sapling because I think Awakening is really pretty too. That's the more green shade. Well, I think that would be really pretty with just Renew all together. That would be pretty. Let's see. And then we have, let's see, Persephone. Yeah, because I want to see differentiation of color. I don't want to see same thing. Ooh. But that's more blue based. All of these kind of look the same, to be honest. Okay, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little sapling. Yeah, that's this one. Take a little sapling. Got my little Sonia G detail brush. There we go. We're going to pop it there. I'm just going to kind of merge the two together. That is pretty. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of Awakening. It does have a little reddish shift to it. It's kind of blue-brownish without being blue-brown. You know that shade that was invented by MAC? Okay. Yeah. Okay. The two together works. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We need to break it up. That's the only thing with multi-chrome sometimes. It's like when it shifts and then next thing you know it's like, okay, but it's one color. Okay. So there we go. Take a little bit more sapling. Kind of fuse it into Forcia. And just take a little bit more. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, now for the next side, I definitely want to use Flower Moon. Like, we got to go in. Look how pretty that purple is. Look how pretty. And I do want to point out, I did not know that. Oh, Mayflowers. I'm a Mayflower. Ah, my birthday is in a couple of weeks. Well, not in a couple of weeks, about a week or so. At this point, I did not know this was going to be so deep. I was not expecting that. Not at all, not at all, not at all. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm happy with this. Am I? Yes. I think. Yes, pretty much. I'm going to go back a little bit more with Buddy. That's that deeper green. Pull it up. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Alrighty. We're going to move on over here. All right, so on this eye, now that I look at it, I'm not so thrilled about my matte selection. I like the green, but I think I really like Mayflowers, the shade in general, but I want to swap it out for Meadow, and Meadow is the lighter green, so let's just take a little makeup wipe. Just using like the tip of my finger, and then let's see. I have a little face cloth that I wipe makeup off with, or brushes off. Just gonna like dry it down. Back with the MAC Contemplative State. It's gonna take a very tiny amount. There we go. Gonna blend that out. Gonna kind of drag it a little bit because it does go into here, but it's okay there. I just all right. Now, the things I've discovered about these shades, like when I put Peony and then I tried to put Mayflowers on top of that, the little transition shades, they don't layer on top of each other, even though they're really pigmented. But they look good by themselves, but they do layer good with the deeper shades, so that's cool. But it's not really like a gradient palette where you can be like this shade, like, you know, crease, transition, outer V, you know, it's kind of like two things. So now I'm gonna take Meadow. That was the light green. Because in my mind, I thought I was gonna be able to, and Meadow is actually pretty deep too. Okay. So now, let's see, wiping that brush off. I am going to take a fluffier blending brush. Boom, boom, boom. First of all, this MAC brush has been with me forever. It's like a 224 SE, okay? And the MAC 224, that was all the rage back in the day. First of all, this brush has been with me since, it's like 20 some years old. I've been out of college for 15 years. And I've had this brush while I was in college. It was like a MAC set. Talk about longevity, baby, okay? Okay, happy with that. Now, gonna pop back in. I'm gonna still use this brush. Take Budding, which is the deeper green. And we're going to kind of merge those two together. So if you're deeper than me, you can rest assured that these mattes should work well on your skin complexion. It just won't be the whole transition, you know, crease. Take my eyebrow pencil. A little reshaping. Boom. Clean that up real nicely. And that's how you fix something when you're like, not really feeling it. Okay, and if you wanted to, you could take some concealer and just kind of like bring it down. Do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. But what I do want to do, and it all depends on your eye shape. Just gonna go back in more for Sifa. Whatever, I'm probably butchering the names. bring it above. There we go. Alrighty. Now, these looks are so pretty. Oh my gosh. The little Dahlia mixed with Flower Moon. And Flower Moon is very like neutral pinky. It has some shifts, baby. I was not expecting that. I definitely want to see what it looks like with like a purple matte. But these are pretty. Get this face together. I'll be all right, guys. Whew, about an hour later, I am back. I had to eat something. I was so hungry. My sugar was like down, okay? So it's super beautiful. So now like you kind of get to see it once the shadows just like settle in and everything's like glistening. I just love the looks, and I'm so glad that I changed out the matte shade up here, you know, the Mayflowers. I really like the shade Mayflowers, but for this look, I'm digging the green, which is the metal shade, paired with the deeper green right here. So I really like all of the mattes that I've used so far. I know I have Rejuvenate in these two. These two I'm like a little partial to. And it's so funny how like a makeup tastes have changed, because like back when I first kind of started watching YouTube and getting back into makeup, like you definitely had to have like that orange matte for your transition and orangey brown. Otherwise, you know, the look wasn't popping. And now I'm like, I don't really know if that's my jam so much anymore. But I love how the shadows perform. Definitely you can see there are a lot of kind of shadows that kind of look alike. I think that was one of the issues with this palette. They kind of revamped it a little bit because things were looking too close. Definitely, you know, these three greens are definitely looking very similar. I did point that out. And then some of the shimmer shades, that's why I went ahead and broke up, you know, putting Awakening here and then going in with Persephone. No, I did Sapling here and then going in with Forcia. That way you can see like, okay, they're different colors and you can see the beauty of the different colors. Now, the Flower Moon really took me aback. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be a little bit more lavenders, but since it has this lavender shift, and the fun of it sometimes is like, I don't really swatch these shades before I put them on my eye. I just like look at them in the pan and say I want to use them. But pair with Dahlia, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. So I'm really digging this so far. And I did use Pink Moon on another occasion, I think just like on the way to work. But so far, I'm really enjoying this. It's really pretty, definitely giving springtime. Definitely a little bit more neutral, definitely grungy glam over here. Let's talk about the face details real quick before we jump into our third look. I went in with my Urban Decay Hydromaniac. I hadn't used this in like forever. This is 60 medium dark. I'm really liking how it looks on my skin. Paired it with my Fenty concealer in the shade 350. Went in with my Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani. These are the bronzer, the liquid bronzer. Really like this product. And I took my Paradise Glow blush from Pat McGrath, you know, the little duo, and then paired it with my favorite Peachy Goldie highlight, which is from the Maybelline Master Chrome. And this is the shade. It was a collaboration with Puma. I've had this for like forever, and you can still see I'm still working on it. Yes. And the top is like broken, but love it so much. It's really, really pretty, really complimentary. And then I went in with my favorite lip combo, which is the Blend Buddy Cosmetics. This is their liquid cream. This is the shade Dollface with the matching lip liner. Really beautiful, really great price for this. Also $16. So yes. It's so pretty. So I definitely want to play with April Showers. April Showers is calling my name. It is a really pretty blurply color. Watch, it's probably gonna be like pink by the time I manifest on my skin, but we'll see. So, okay, let's go ahead and jump on in. I'll see y'all in a moment. All right, I am back, and here is the third and final look. It is so pretty. So one trick I do want to definitely mention about the Inslee Rain shadows, and it's like I remember it like after the fact, but don't remember it the first go round, is that their shadows are very bright, vibrant as far as their multi-chromes, and you swatch them and you want to remain like that. But the more you keep patting it and patting it and patting it in, they won't be as vibrant. I'm not saying they'll dull down, like they'll still be vibrant, but the particles and the flecks, they won't be as opulent. So when I got ready to put this eye on, I was like, oh, it's so much more vibrant than this eye, because I just kept patting and patting and patting it in. And even though the shadows do appear smooth, but if you just keep patting it in, you'll kind of just break down some of those pearls in the shadow. So do a thin, like pick up a little bit, pat, 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 be done. Pick up a little bit more, pat, 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 be done. If you want it to appear more vibrant, same thing like this multi-chrome right here. Definitely use your glitter glue so that it helps the shades adhere. But I am so very in love with this look. This look is so gorgeous, so pretty. Same makeup details as before, and this time I just decided to go in with my black liner, the Extreme Black Liner from Pat McGrath, because I just felt like you kind of needed to break up, like something to just kind of define all of those colors, so that like the last look I didn't use the greens or anything like that, because I was like, I don't want it to be like too much distraction and you're kind of taking away from some of the beauty of the shadows. But this look is so pretty. So I really thank Inslee Rain for noticing me and checking out my videos and sending this palette over my way. Like, this palette did restock. This palette, like I said, was on the market prior before. I'm still loving the artwork. I know it's been a lot with the AI, but I know with some of their other palettes, was like the second Cosmic Dreamer too, I want to say that they did work with an actual artist and they gave that artist credit, so they are listening. So I feel like we can kind of do a mix and match of it. Certain things have artwork, certain with the AI or AI inspired-ish, because it really does provide like a nice theme, and I just love how it looks on the palettes. I love how it just kind of matches with the shades, and somehow the shades just pop out even though the artwork is a tiny bit what you would consider a little busy. It kind of just adds to the fun and the flair of the palettes. So I would say this palette is really gorgeous. I do think that some of the shades are quite similar, and that is a problem sometimes when you have multi-chromes and all the shifts and the pearls and it is what it is, and you're going to have some shades that kind of, so these 4 shades, I would definitely not use them together. Kind of pick your shade that you like with your complexion, roll with there. But all of them, if you plan and mix and match them, they can create some really beautiful looks. Like, you're going to get neutral, you're going to get smoky, you got rosy, you got green. And I just wish there was a more purple matte. Like, if we could have subbed this one out, maybe for more purple to balance out some of these blues and just give it a different effect, I think that would have been dope. That would be my only complaint. I do really like how the mattes apply. I definitely feel like if you're deeper than me, you will get some use out of the mattes, and they will look nice on your complexion because they're definitely pulling deep. It's just that you can't layer, like, these two cannot be layered on top of each other. These two can, but this was pretty smoky. And then definitely you have this deep dark, but I just would kind of wish it was like a purple in here, and that would have kind of just tied in some of these blues with these purple shifts. But other than that, it is really pretty palette. I really like the shimmers. They're a little bit more textured, but they're not overly textured, but they will lay flat on the eyes. And I think it's just definitely the technique that you use to pick them up. Definitely just kind of like pat it in. If you want it a little bit more subdued, just keep patting, and it'll be not as vibrant. But definitely, like, the less you pat it down, especially like if you look on this eye, I feel like it's definitely more vibrant. I did add more shimmer to this eye and just kind of placed it on top to add more vibrancy. But really pretty palette. Gorgeous. Once again, they have done their thing, and I'm excited to play around with this. So you'll definitely see more of that palette. I'm probably working into some type of palette rotations. And then, you know, I always do like a palette ranking of the palettes that I've had recently come into my collection. So with all of that being said, let me know what your favorite look is. I really like this look. But the look number 2 was fire also. Ooh, that was really good as well. Look number 1, it came together. I love look number 1 after we fixed the little problems with it. So let me know what was your favorite. It's hard for me to choose, but give me a big old thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with a new video, which will be soon. I'm busy. I'm very busy. I'm traveling, but I'm trying to push the content out and keep my channel still running and everything like that. And I'm still enjoying makeup, of course. So, yes. So I hope you subscribe to this channel because I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with all of that being said, you already know how we end the videos around here. And if you're newer and you want to know where the chair dance goes from, like I love to dance. I love to dance and I love music and I'm always moving around. So after filming my very first YouTube video, I was so thrilled. I was like, I did it. I did it. I shot my first YouTube video. And it is just really more. So you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, chair dance. All right, y'all. Bye.